Hi guys, welcome back to the Anna Clasher channel. We are kicking off today's farming session with a freezing, shocking, and spooky combination. We've found a Town Hall 14 base that is absolutely loaded with loot, and we are going to crack it open using 4 Electro Titans, 4 Ice Golems, and 9 Witches. This strategy is all about the freeze and zap effect. We want to keep the defenses frozen in place while our Titans provide a deadly electrical aura to clear out everything else. Our spell support is ready for the long haul. We've brought 2 healing spells to keep our troops healthy, 2 rage spells for that massive damage boost, and 3 freeze spells to keep the heavy hitters on ice. Our log launcher is extra special today, packed with 2 super Valkyries who are ready to drop rage spells upon their deaths. Plus, we have 3 totem spells to maximize our heroes' potential. This base looks tough, but they aren't ready for this icy storm. Let's get started. First, the Archer Queen takes her position on the edge. She lines up her shot and whoosh, the giant arrow streaks through the perimeter, sniping multiple buildings along the edge to set up our funnel. Now, here comes the main force. I'm dropping the Barbarian King followed by the log launcher. Behind them, the Ice Golems lead the way to soak up damage, followed by the Witches and our 4 Electro Titans. The logs are smashing through the walls, and the Ice Golems are popping, freezing the defenses in their tracks. Right in the heart of the chaos, I'm sending in the Royal Champion to target the core defenses. I'm layering the healing and rage spells while dropping the totem spells to keep our Titans sapping. When the log launcher breaks, the 2 super Valkyries jump out and start a frenzy. I'm using the freeze spells on the Scattershots to ensure our witches keep summoning those skeletons. The base is melting away. The Electro Titans are clearing the remaining structures with their electrical field, and the skeletons are swarming the final towers. It's a 100% total destruction and a perfect 3-star victory. What a great way to fill up our storages. Alright, we will move on to the next attack. We are diving straight into our second attack, and we've found a Town Hall 14 base that is absolutely overflowing with resources. To secure this massive haul, we are bringing a cold and shocking strategy. Our army consists of 4 Electro Titans to bring the lightning, 4 Ice Golems to keep things chilly, and 9 Witches to provide an endless wave of skeletons. This base has some scary defenses, but with our frozen frontline and electric backline, we're going to turn this village into a ghost town. For our spells, we have 2 healing spells to keep our witches summoning, 2 rage spells for that explosive power, and 3 freeze spells to keep those single target Infernos on ice. Our log launcher is packed with 2 super Valkyries, who are basically a ticking time bomb of rage. Plus, we have 3 totem spells to give our heroes that extra tactical advantage. This defender thinks their walls are safe, but they haven't seen our log launcher in action yet. Let's get that loot. Archer Queen, you're up. She takes her position on the flank, draws back her bow, and, soon, the giant arrow streaks across the edge of the base, sniping multiple buildings and setting up a perfect funnel for our main push. Now, it's time to unleash the chaos. I'm dropping the Barbarian King followed by the log launcher. Right behind them, our 4 Ice Golems lead the charge to soak up damage, followed by the Witches and the Electro Titans who are already zapping everything in sight. The logs are cracking through the walls and the Ice Golems are popping, freezing the core defenses solid. In the middle of this freezing storm, I'm dropping the Royal Champion to hunt down the heavy artillery. I'm layering the healing and rage spells while dropping the totem spells to keep our Electro Titans at full power. When the log launcher reaches the center, out come the 2 super Valkyries. They start spinning like crazy, and their death rage gives our remaining troops a massive boost to finish the job. The base is completely flattened. The skeletons are cleaning up the last few ruins while the Titans zap the final storages. It's a 100% total destruction and a perfect 3-star victory. Our loot bar is looking absolutely beautiful. Alright, we will move on to the next attack. We are diving into our 3rd farming raid of the day, and we have found a Town Hall 14 base that is absolutely stacked with gold. To bring home this treasure, we are using a cold and shocking army composition. We've got 4 Electro Titans to provide that deadly electrical aura, 4 Ice Golems to freeze the frontline, and 9 Witches to swarm the base with skeletons. It's going to be a shocking performance with plenty of ice and lightning. Our spell bag is loaded with 2 healing spells, 2 rage, and 3 freeze spells to keep the momentum going. We also have a log launcher carrying 2 super Valkyries, plus 3 totem spells for that extra boost in the heat of battle. This base looks strong, but with our freezing giants and electric warriors, we are ready to turn this fortress into a total demolition zone. Let's get that loot. Let's get the show on the road. First, the Archer Queen takes her position. She draws her bow and, whoosh, the giant arrow streaks along the perimeter, sniping multiple buildings to clear our path. Now, I'm dropping the Barbarian King and the log launcher. followed immediately by the Ice Golems, the Witches, and the Electro Titans. The logs are already smashing through the walls while the skeletons begin to swarm the entrance. The core is turning into absolute chaos. Right in the middle of the storm, here comes the Royal Champion to target the remaining defenses. I'm layering the healing and rage spells while dropping the totem spells and freezes to keep the titans healthy as they zap through the heart of the base. The log launcher pops open, and the two super Valkyries join the fray, spinning wildly and leaving rage in their wake. It is absolute beautiful carnage. The Royal Champion is cleaning up with her shield, and the skeletons are clearing the last few buildings. It's a complete wipeout. 100% total destruction and a perfect 3-star victory. Our loot bar is officially full. Alright, we will move on to the next attack. We are diving into our 4th farming attack of the day, and we have spotted a Town Hall 14 base that is absolutely loaded with resources. To secure this mountain of gold, we are deploying a high voltage, icy combination. We've got 4 Electro Titans to bring the lightning, 4 Ice Golems to keep the defense frozen, and 9 Witches to provide an endless army of skeletons. This is going to be a cold and shocking wipeout. Our spell strategy is perfectly balanced with 2 healing spells, 2 rage spells, and 3 freeze spells to keep the heavy artillery on ice. We're also bringing a log launcher packed with 2 super Valkyries, which basically means we're delivering a spinning tornado of rage right to the enemy's doorstep. To top it off, we have 3 totem spells for that extra hero power. This base looks tough, but they aren't ready for our frozen electric storm. Let's get the party started. First, the Archer Queen takes her position on the flank. She pulls back her bow and, zoom, the giant arrow streaks across the perimeter, sniping multiple buildings and setting up a perfect funnel for our main force. Now, I'm dropping the Barbarian King and the log launcher, followed immediately by our Ice Golems, the Witches, and the Electro Titans. The logs are already cracking the walls open like eggshells. The core is becoming a total disaster zone for the defender. Right in the middle of the storm, I'm dropping the Royal Champion to target the back-end defenses. I'm layering the healing and rage spells while activating the totem spells to keep our Electro Titans at maximum power. When the log launcher reaches the center and breaks, the 2 super Valkyries jump out and start a spinning frenzy, boosting our entire squad to finish the job. The Electro Titans are clearing the last of the ruins with their electric aura, and the skeletons are swarming the final collectors. It's a 100% total destruction and a perfect 3-star victory. Our storages are looking better than ever. Alright, we will move on to the next attack. This is it, the grand finale of our farming session. We've tracked down a Town Hall 14 that is practically swimming in loot. To end the day with a bang, we are bringing our most chilling and shocking squad. 4 Electro Titans to bring the thunder, 4 Ice Golems to keep the frontline frozen solid, and 9 Witches to swarm the village with an endless wave of skeletons. This base looks like a fortress, but they have no idea that a frozen electrical storm is about to hit their doorstep. Our spell support is perfectly tuned for this final mission. We have 2 healing spells to keep our magic users alive, 2 rage spells for that explosive core push, and 3 freeze spells to put the enemy's heavy hitters on ice. Our log launcher is packed with 2 super Valkyries, a spinning surprise that will drop rage spells right in the heart of the base. Plus, we have 3 totem spells to give our heroes that legendary boost they need to finish the job. Let's empty those storages once and for all. Alright, Archer Queen, it's time for your final bow. She steps up to the edge, takes a deep breath, and, whoosh, that giant arrow streaks along the perimeter, sniping multiple buildings and clearing a perfect path for our main force. Now, unleash the chaos. I'm dropping the Barbarian King and the log launcher, followed immediately by our Ice Golems, the Witches, and the Electro Titans. The logs are already smashing through the walls, and the skeletons are beginning to overwhelm the outer defenses. The core is becoming absolute beautiful carnage. Right in the middle of the storm, I'm sending in the Royal Champion to target the high-value defenses. I'm layering the healing and rage spells while dropping the totem spells and freezes to keep our Electro Titans zapping away at the Town Hall. The log launcher pops open, and out come the 2 super Valkyries. They start a spinning frenzy, leaving rage in their wake and boosting our entire army as we crush the final layer of the base. The Electro Titans are clearing the remaining structures with their electric aura, and the skeletons are swarming the final dark elixir drills. It's a 100% total destruction and a perfect 3-star victory to end our session. Our storages are officially overflowing. Alright, we will see you again in the next video.